Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semi-final round of Athirah English Debate Competition between teacher and employee. It's at Sekolah Islam Athirah. Before we start, let's read Surah Al-Fatihah. Okay, for this session, this debate will be carried out by the team of SMA Islam Athirah 2 Makassar versus SMP Islam Athirah 2 Makassar, and the motion of this debate is this house would ban the use of child actors. Okay, please welcome SMA Islam Athirah 2 Makassar as affirmative team and SMP Islam Athirah 2 Makassar as opposition team. Okay, before we start, each team will do a case building in 5 minutes, and 5 minutes start from now. first session of the semifinal round of Athirah English debate competition. Before we start, I would like to remind you all the speaking time for this debate is 5 minutes for substantive speech and 3 minutes for reply speech. For substantive speech, the timekeeper will knock once at the second and 5 minutes. If after 5 minutes and 20 seconds, the speaker has not stopped speaking, the timekeeper will knock continuously and the speaker and may be delivered between the second minutes and 5 minutes or has full authority to accept or reject a POI. For each, the timekeeper will 1 minute and no POIs are allowed in a report. Okay, without any further ado, I declare this debate open and I would like to call the first speaker from the affirmative team. Time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, today as your Prime Minister today in government side, we would like to debate and we would like to propose an idea that this House would ban the use of child actors. And before having the debate running, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to set some parameters about what we are going to do today. The first, that we are going to define the terminologies. The second one, we are going to describe the background of this motion today. And the third, we are going to give or express our arguments related to our topic today. Let's start with the number one, is defining something like our terminologies today. So there are two terminologies that is very important that we have to agree today. That the first is what we mean as a child. So child, based on Act number 23, 2002, in the Law Institution of Indonesia, Chapter 1 and Article number 1, what we mean as a child is somebody who is not reaching 18. So this is very clear in our rules and our Act. The second one is what we mean by actor. Actor means people who act in filming industry and for commercial use and entertainment industry. So that's very clear, and we hope we can agree with that definition in order to get the same perception about our debate today. Let's move to number two, excuse me. Number two is the background or the status quo nowadays. Nowadays, we can see in filming industry that there are so many children where they play and act in the television, or they have a role, a very specific role in the kind of filming or TV series. And that's why in today's debate, we would like to see that this House would ban the use of child actors, because there are so many potential risks and negative effects about the fact or the reality. Well, we are going to move to our arguments. Number one, why we want to ban the use of child actors. The first is because we really concerned about the protection, about the physical and emotional health of the children itself. So why actually the physical health could be disturbed of the children is because they have long hours of working. So, and the second one is they also have high level of stress. That's why when they work all the time, they will have a stressful condition, and of course their emotional health will be disturbed. And then of course we are going to also think about that the opposition side might say that when you want to ban the use of child actors in this kind of debate today, well, they will say that you will hamper or halt or stop their talent and passion. Well, we have thought about that. That might be true, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? This is very dangerous, because as an alternative, we are going to stop or ban the children in the child actors, because we are going to put them as non-acting roles. So what we mean by non-acting roles is we stop or ban the use of child actors, but we still involve them in production assistant. So they are not acting, but instead of acting, they are giving opportunity to learn and to educate themselves about a production assistant and about filming in order to flow or to maximize their talent and passion about filming industry or filming or acting. So that's what we actually want to do. And the evidence that we have here is that the American Academic Pediatrics said that child actors are vulnerable to depression as they work. So it means that this finding, it means that implies that when children work so much with the filming and acting industry, they will be vulnerable to depression. Move to my argument number 2 is that we really concern exploitation. So in order to prevent exploitation, this house would ban the use of child actors. Why exploitation can happen is because, for example, long hours of duration of working and low payment and limited education chances or opportunities. And the opposition side perhaps will think about if you want to avoid exploitation, you just simply present the parents wherever the children go. But the question is, how many parents nowadays can stay and surveillance their kids all the time? As we are all aware that even our student in our school, in Athirah school, the students are not fully supervised or surveillance by their parents. That's why it's very hard to do. And as alternative, we can use adults who resemble children. So we are going to ban the use of child actors, but as an alternative, we are going to use adults who resemble children, or nowadays we can use AI or artificial intelligence. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the affirmative team. The affirmative team spent 5 minutes and 26 seconds. Okay, I call you upon the first speaker. It's yours.
Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon, everybody. Well, my beloved brothers and sisters, the honorable the judges, as the first speaker of the opposite team, we strongly believe that children can active in doing in some films because we agree with your terms that child or children is average age in the school age, and then as long as it's a kind of creativity and no more sexual harassment, so the children can do the creative thing in film action or the other genre of film. And then about the exploitation, there is no data that children involved in film is a kind of exploitation, because this is a kind of advantage in economic side. And as long as the children can get in educational system like private school or homeschooling, so the children still can involve in film. So there is no problem with that. And then the next is, I think, as I said, it can motivate the other children around the world that everyone can to be famous and then more creative to influence the others and then make the good deeds and perform the good advertisement to the others that they can do the best for the changing the world. And I think right now that especially in Indonesia, we see that actors from the children still can study by homeschooling, and also there is no health or emotional or stress effect, because there is the director still make or manage the time so they can also play with their age and then still do as the normal children do. Yeah, please. Yeah, what example do you want? What example do you want? The evidence of, yeah. We can look at so many children in film, and there is no info that they are in hospital because of the film. And also about, as long as I say that, as long as there is no sexual harassment, so it's acceptable that the children can involve in a film. Is there any question? Okay, I think it's clear. So I strongly believe our team that children can survive or can be more creative in film as long as the time management can be controlled by the director, and it's about the relationship of the parents and then the film creativity. That's all. Thank you so much.
Negative team, spend 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Next, I call you speaker of the affirmative team. Time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, I'm the second speaker from the government side. Before I come to my argument, I have two things towards the opposition team. The first thing that they say that the children can be homeschooling, okay, but what we know that homeschooling it give bad impact also. Like the children can be socialized with other people at their age. They will face the difficulties to socialize after they grow up, because they just in the different circumstance. Okay. Okay. The second is about industry. We know that the entertainment industry, it's not a healthy environment for the children. We know that it's very near from the children abuse, sex abuse, and any kind of bad things can happen at the entertainment industry. Okay, and money is not as important as emotional health. Then the emotional health for the child. Okay, okay, the data we mean by exploitation is Harvey Weinstein scandal. Young actors experience sex abuse when they are child, and many more of child actors experience the bad things. Okay, and now I will jump to my argument. It's about protection of children's rights. Okay, children have the right to well education. They have the right to rest. They have the right to play, enjoying their childhood, etc. As they may be required to work in industry, the work long hours, and they will miss school. And also, it's not their responsibility. If we say about the industry, it means it's engaged with the commerciality. I mean about the money. And it's not their responsibility to support their family. And I mean, it's against the rights for the children's right. Okay, maybe that's all for me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
2 minutes and 58 seconds. Okay, next, open the second speaker from the negative team. Time is yours.
Yes. Okay. Judges, thank you so much for this opportunity. I am Askar, the second speaker from opposition team. Okay. In this time, I would like to tell you that 5 huge benefits of being a child actors. And I take from one of the manager industry. It's Jackie Reid. This January, she said that this January marked 25 years in the entertainment industry. For me, she said that as a manager, did I have a huge party for this? I should have. What I did do was through soul searching for what I did for my entire adult life and evaluate that the impact I have had on my client's life. That I figure I already know what my clients who are still working are getting fame and fortune. And she said that five huge benefit for being a child actor. Number one is memorization skills. Memory is not only a skill that takes practice, but a muscle that can be developed and will continue to grow. Memorization skills are learned early in the child actor career. Whether it's only a line or two for commercial or page and page of script for feature film. Number two, public speaking experience. Child actor practice public speaking at every turn, whether it's on Broadway in front of a sold of house or standing in front of a single casting director or auditioning. These kids are practicing and becoming comfortable speaking to people every day. And number three, a solid work ethic. Kids in the business learn ownership and responsibility at much younger age than people who enter the workforce in their late teens. Even my clients, she said, even my clients as young as 6 or 7 know that they have to be on time and prepare on audition for a booking. Some kids have unfortunate experience of learning too late that goofing around at work can get you fired. And number four, poise. So often we hear many child actors are described as all souls. That's because they can hold their own in conversation with adults like they are adults. These kids spend a lot of time with adults professional, like a fellow actors, cast member, acting coaches, casting director, etc. They are treated as peers, not children. And they are comfortable around people of all age and develop a unique sense of confidence earlier on. As they grow up, they are developing the wonderful gift of not feeling intimidated by others, and the ability to engage with new people in any situation. And the last one, adaptability. Any kid who has been in the business in the business knows that things can change by the minute. 1 minute you can be in school, and the next you might be pulled out to get to an audition, or you can have the line that you spend hours or days working on toss out and get handed completely new material that must be learned immediately. So I think enough from me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. The second speaker, and 15 seconds. Next, third speaker from the affirmative team.
Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the judge, I'm the third speaker from the government. So, before I talk more, I would like to debate from the speaker from the negative, first speaker from the negative team, and also the second speaker from the negative team. And then first, the second speaker from the negative team said that they just read the data, but it is biased, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. And also, the first speaker from the negative team, they said involving in the industry, the child can get much money. Hey guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you have much money and you feel stressed, yeah, what happened? It is nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there is no the advantage of having much money, but if you feel stressed. And then also, ladies and gentlemen, yep, that is the first. Well, I just want to elaborate from what my first speaker and the second speaker just now elaborated that. So it is very dangerous, yeah, to involve the child in the become actors. The first, protection of the children, ladies and gentlemen, involving child actors in the entertainment industry can pose risks to their well-being and their mental development. Let's see the example. The child can be disturbed, yeah, by long and intense production process, and also they will get automatically, the child will get pressure from their management. So how about if they want to go to school, they will feel bias whether join to the actor or join to the classroom. Yeah, that is the fact. No, thank you. And also, so I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, prohibiting the use of child actors can provide additional protection from them, prioritizing their needs and their interests over commercial interests. The second, yep, moves to exploitation and manipulation. Ladies and gentlemen, today, see the reality that there are some concern that the use of child actors can lead exploitation and manipulation. Children may not have same ability to protect themselves or make appropriate decisions within the complex context of the entertainment industry. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is very dangerous to involve the students in the actors industry. And then, and also, it is about the harassment and abusement of the child, ladies and gentlemen. And then, how about the physical and emotional risks? What have explained from my friend. They say that the demands of acting can be physically and emotionally exhausting for adults, let alone children. Child actors may be exposed to physical risks such as stunts and hazardous location, and may also be vulnerable to emotional, ladies and gentlemen. And also, speaker from the negative team said, yeah, the child can join the actors and also can join the school. For example, homeschooling. Hey, see the data, ladies and gentlemen. Homeschooling is not effective. They can be socialized with their friends. They can collaborative. They can be do something. They can be feel emotion from their friends. Yeah, they will stress. They will stress. Yeah, and now the judge. I just want. So, ladies and gentlemen, here I just want to say that in this debate, the team that will win this competition is the first, the team that can bring more contribution. And then the second is the team that can bring beneficial argument that can be advantageous in the end of the life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that the contribution is coming from our team, and also the beneficial argument that can maybe give advantage in the end of the life also coming from our team. So we should win this debate. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you. The speaker. Affirmative. Okay, next I call you. Time is yours. Tes. Tes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Najma. I'm very sorry because actually it is the first time I joined Debat. It is the first time. And I'm very sorry if something wrong with my statement because I don't have any experience before. Okay, I'm Najma, as the last speaker from opposition team. As we have talked before that, the title, the motion of our debate today is this House would ban the use of child actor. Yeah. I think as long as the child can share the time I mean here to study, the time I mean here to be actor or actress, I think it's no problem. I think it's no problem because why I say that? Because the children, of course, will not go alone to the film, to play film, or to be actor or actress. Their parents will accompany them, of course, I think. And the parents will think if their child doesn't have any potential to be an actor or an actress, I don't think the parents will not ask their child to be the actor or actress. But if the child have a potential, have talent to be actor or actress, I think the parents will allow them to be actor or actress. It is my statement. And of course, the child, if be an actor or actress, automatically will have their parents, will have their parents, in this case, they will get money to help their parents. And the conclusion is, if the child being an actor or actress, I think it's okay, no problem, as long as the parents accompany them in playing film, etc. It is the closing statement for me. Thank you very much for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you. Time spent 2 minutes and. Okay, next, please welcome from the negative team. Time is yours. Negative. Reply speaker from the negative team.
Okay, thank you so much for the second chance to me. As I told you, there are several advantages that to become a child actor. One of them is you can help the child can help the economic of their family, and also they have a lot of experience and by becoming an actor or musician. Ladies and gentlemen, at some point, every kid has a dream. Every kid has dream of becoming an actor or musician, like fame, glory, riches, and simply doing cool things. Nowadays, if we ask some children about do they want to become a famous or become a rich, of course they answer yes. And how rich? So the fastest way to become rich is become popular, and to become and one of the job that they become popular is being an actor or musician. And some of Indonesian actor, I mean child actor, they come from a poor family, and they can increase economic families by doing actress. And also, some of parents give a big motivation to their children to become an actor or musician, something like that. Okay, I think enough for me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. The reply speaker, the negative team, spent 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Okay, last, I call you upon the reply speaker from the affirmative team. Time is yours.
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to bring my closing or reply speech. I'm going to do some comments and some fallacies that have been done by the opposition side. The second speaker used smartphone and electronic device, and then they just read arguments, which will make the debate is not running well. That's the first factor that why we should win this debate. And the second one is the opposition side looks like doesn't understand the motion today, because what they do is just rejecting the motion, rejecting the idea, but then they don't provide alternatives, or they don't provide like proposed actions that what they're going to do next. So that's the second factor that why we should win. And the third one is they said about musician, which is really I'm sorry, really not too good to say, because we are talking about acting, and musician is not acting. So we said that in the very definition that acting is just we are talking about filming industry, and we're not talking about industry or music industry. And then I would like to say also that remind the opposition side and the judges that we have talked about accompanying parents or the presence of the parents, but we have also give our first speaker statement that how many parents can do that in 24/7. So I think it's not possible to accompany the children 24/7. And they also talk about talent, which we have also talked about in the very first place, that we can stop or ban the child as a child actors, and as alternative, we involve them in production, not as an acting job, but just for assistant who can help the director and at the same time learn about filming, and they can develop their talent and a skill in filming industry or in filming or acting. So that's why we have to win the debate actually today. And thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, the speaker from the affirmative team spent 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, all, thank you for all the debaters. Now the judges will give their feedback and okay, for the judges, time is yours. Okay, check. Cek. Oke, udah bisa. Bisa ya, kedengaran? Oh ya, bisa ya. Oke. First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you so much for approaching Hasanuddin English Debating Society to be the adjudicator on this debate today. And I will give a mau memberikan apresiasi untuk semua Bapak Ibu yang sudah berdebat hari ini. I think that's a very good debating around you. But in general, I would give a little feedback. I think all of you already give the best, but I think the debate is less engaging to one another. So I think it's very okay, because I also learned that one of you is the first time debating, and I think for the first timer it's a very good thing, and I would appreciate it. Okay, I think that's a very good for you to try to join the debate, to give the practice. And I heard that this debate would be the lesson for your student later, and I think that's a very good innovation for the teacher nowadays. And I think I will give more appreciation upon it, and I hope this kind of thing would sustain happen in the school, and I guess this would bring good impact for everyone, for your school, for the student, and especially for the teacher. And for that, for the result, we will talk about later, and I hope the best for all of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it's pretty the same what Lisa already said, but I think yes, the debate it's already pretty well engaged debate. It is quite an engaging debate, but of course there are still several things that I think both of the teams can improve. For example, like I think both of teams could bring more example on how the film industry is really work, or give more deep analysis on how the actors, the child actors really looks like. For example, there are lots of cases like Iqbal Ramadan or other peoples who end up in narcotics because they are toxicated by the adult slave or whatnot, or how the film industry really works, how bad it is, or how engaging it is. And yeah, I think that's all what I think both of them can improve. Oh yeah, but at the very least, it is already a very good debate. Good job.
Okay, thank you. I also think that this is a huge improvement for all of you. once because this is the first experience for some of you. And then the second, you are not from the English background, some of you. And I think being in a debate competition, I think there was a lot of pressure, a lot of tension spinning around amidst your routines in your unit, teaching, and then doing some administrative things and many more. I also agree that next time when you do the debate, especially for those who are gonna be in a final round tomorrow afternoon, I think you must improve from all sides of your team. I mean, the engagement of the debate must be raised in order to, how to say, to show that you master and then you understand about the motion and then you know everything about it, even though tomorrow will be impromptu motion. So the motion will not be released today, but will be the secret until tomorrow by the judges and the committee. And then I think, so this is also information from for my our two distinguished judges today, that before this debate, we did a mini seminar on debate for all of the participants. Because in a preliminary round, we have around 16 teams from all over Athirah in 3 branches here in Athirah Kajaolaliddo, in Bukit Baruga, and also in Bone Regency. So I just want to remind you guys about the most common, the most common formula for doing the debate. I mean, to bring your argument is, we call it RL, right? Assertion, and then reasoning, and then evidence, and then link back. I think you should, apply that in your next debate. But overall, it's a good job. Clap hands for all of our participants. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for all the team and all the judges. Next, we will move to the last session of the semi-final round. welcome to the last session of the semi-final round of Athirah English debate competition. Okay, for this session, this debate will be carried out by SMA Islam Athirah 1 Makassar and SMP Islam Athirah 1 Makassar. The motion for this debate is, this house believes that teacher should be paid as much as a doctor. Okay, please welcome SMA Islam Athirah 1 Makassar as affirmative team and SMP Islam Athirah 1 Makassar as negative team. Okay, for the first, each team will do a case building in 5 minutes, and 5 minutes start from now. this debate is 5 minutes for substantive speech and 3 minutes for reply speech. For substantive speech, the timekeeper will knock once at the second and 5th minutes. If after 5 minutes and 20 seconds, the speaker has not stopped speaking, the timekeeper will knock continuously and the speaker must sit down immediately. During substantive speech, POIs are allowed for 15 seconds and may be delivered between the second minutes and 5 minutes. And the speaker has full authority to accept or reject a POI. For reply speech, the timekeeper will knock continuously at the 3rd minute. No POIs are allowed in a reply speech. Okay, we will wait for Sardidin. Okay, without any further ado, I declare this debate open, and I would like to call the first speaker from the affirmative team. Time is yours.
Cek. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. I want to start. Our house believes that teachers should be paid at least as much as doctors. Well, there are many reasons to support that statement. The first, educating people is an elevated career that deserves well responses from community. Perhaps everybody deeply understands the importance of being well educated in person's life. Thanks to good basic knowledge of both social and thinking reasoning skill, men can react and deal with many problems wisely and quickly. Consequently, those trying their best to overcome trouble will end up achieve success. In contrary, those don't have a chance to access good education methods often lose themselves and immerse them in bad social evils. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, teachers play a vital role in creating a right developing trend for youngsters who will become the owner of our future society. Secondly, teachers have to work very hard in order to complete their task perfectly. So they need paying deservedly. Ladies and gentlemen, every job has its own feature and difficulties. Being a teacher is no exception. They have to accumulate the knowledge and being creative every time in order to give students the best lessons experience. Besides, they are not only teachers, but also good friends and caring parents of students. It is not wrong to say that teachers have dedicated both efforts and love to teaching career. Okay, so those are our arguments. That's why we support that teachers should be paid at least as much as doctors. Thank you.
Thank you for this, the first speaker from the affirmative team. And the first speaker from the affirmative team spent 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, next, please welcome the first speaker from the negative team.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from SMP Islam Athirah Makassar. I'm Bu Arni as a first speaker, Mem Hilma as a second speaker, and Mem Diba as a third speaker. Ladies and gentlemen and all judges, our team as opposition team disagree that teachers should be paid as much as doctors. Why doctor should be paid more than teacher? One the reason is doctor is longer than education to become a teacher. Ladies and all judges, the stage of higher education must be passed to become a doctor are: first stage is undergraduate medical college. The School of Medicine's undergraduate medical education program introduces aspiring physicians to real patient early and often. Second stage is medical profession program education. After graduating a medical scholar, they have not received a full medical degree because they have to take part in professional program, or what is also known as COAS. At this stage, they are required to directly into the field, such as working in hospital, helping doctors, and to treating patients. Usually they can leave this COAS stage for about 2 years. Third stage is certification examination or Indonesian doctor competency examination. After the end of the course period, they will be faced with a certification exam held by the Ministry of Research, Technology and Higher, along with several other institutions involved, such as the Indonesian Medical Council, Ministry of Health, Indonesian Doctor Association, the Association of Indonesian Medical Education Institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth stage is internship. The internship stage is almost the same as during the course. It's just that this time, they already have quite a lot of offline hours. So the supervision given is not as strict as when they were still a course. The internship period usually lasts for 1 year and is still supervised by a senior doctor. After finishing the internship stage, they can be practitioner doctor. And if they still not satisfied with the title of general practitioner they already hold, they can take specialist education, such as cardiologist, neurologist, or surgeon. Special education usually lasts around 4 to 6 years, depending on the specialization they take. So, if taken a whole the process that must be followed to become a specialist doctor takes 10 to 16 years, depending on the situation, condition, and field of specialization chosen. Ladies and gentlemen, if we compare with the teacher after passing the following step enrolled in bachelor degree program, demonstrate their basic competence, participate in student teaching, they directly can practice as a teacher. And if they want to be more professional, they can take the teacher certification program about only 6 months. And automatically, the more time they need to finish their study, the more budget they must spend. That's all from me. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, the first speaker from the negative team spent 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay, we will break for azan. Okay, I'll call you upon the second speaker from the is yours. Check, check.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Your Excellency, the judges, the audience, and the opposition team. I would like to point out about teachers raise students to become anything, not only doctor, but almost every profession in this world. Therefore, we can say that teachers hold the lives of so many in their hands because they determine how doctors and other professions will turn out. Without good teachers, there will be not good doctors. Without good doctors, many lives will be lost and the cure of too many ailments will not be found. We talk about the foundation here, and teachers are the foundation of all profession. We don't want a poor quality teacher train or teach a doctor. Even though we can agree that doctors spend more time in study, like the deputy of opposition said, about 10 years until 16 years, and even it's maybe tougher and more competitive to get into medical school rather than teaching school. However, considering the value a teacher adds not just to the lives of students academically, but teachers also have to be role models to the children. Protect each child and look after them as if they were their own children, like my friend said before. The responsibility of the teacher being a protector, caregiver, educator, guider, and role model not only impact how the student is raised, but also the future of the student and the entire family as well. Teachers should be paid more than doctor because we pay for what we value. And the salaries of teacher nowadays suggest we don't value them very much. We pay more for people who look after our money than we do to the people who look after and educate our children. Even after the regulation of teachers' payment change and will be as much as doctor, our house still proposed that the government also have to add several requirements and regulation so that the regulation will be applied perfectly, such as requiring all teachers to continue their education to the higher levels and take as many teachers training for a year. We can take example, this method has been applied in Finland and Singapore. According to the Finland.fi, if we want to become a teacher in Finland, we have to at least hold a master degree in education or in our specific field. And also, according to the Asia Society, teachers in Singapore are entitled to 100 hours of professional development per year. So, because of that, our house believes that investing in education is a wise investment and will be more beneficial for many people and aspects such as government and community. If teachers are well paid, they will have a better life with higher living standard, which support them a lot in concentrating on training process instead of earning a living. The love and passion of teachers will be 1,000 times greater. As a result, teaching quality will be incredibly improved and students will be luckier when approaching modern and high quality education. After all, it is the end result of teacher efforts for a person to become a doctor. Thank you very much.
Okay, the second speaker from the affirmative 3 minutes. Welcome. Speaker from the negative team.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable judges and all participants today, thank you very much for the time. We are from opposition team still disagree that teachers should be paid as much as doctor. Why? Because from affirmative say that teacher is the sources of education. But here, let me tell you, the doctor responsibility is the same with the teacher. But here, doctor saves lives. Okay, doctor saves lives. Their importance goes far beyond that. Doctors also make a difference by helping patient minimize pain, recover from a disease faster, and to learn to live without a disabling injury. A patient's ability to enjoy life, even if they can't be cured, make a huge difference to them and their family. That means that not only giving medicine, but they also learn how to make the patient feel safe. The doctor has more responsibilities than the teacher because teacher can share the responsibilities with parents. Not only the teacher can teach the student, but also they give the part of the parents to working together to educate their children. That's the first reason. The second reason why we still believe that doctor must be paid higher than the teacher is working hours. Okay, Aji Santoso, general practitioner from 2017 say, according to him, the average doctor working hours actually 40 until 80 hours, nationally and international. But wait a minute, is it true? In fact, in reality, that a doctor in Southeast Asia, especially in Indonesia, this is complicated because a doctor can practice in 3 places at the same time. According to SEP recorded in RE Ministry of Health Regulation 512, Menkes 2007, this extending his work hours. Even though Article 77 from Manpower requires that the maximum working time for all workers, including health workers, doctor, teacher, is 7 hours per day for 6 working days, in a week for 8 hours for 1 working day for 5 days. But in fact, that's not happen in doctor life. Okay, let me give you another example. This is from Dr. Pita. She said that she have an experience while he got to work in hospital emergency room for 9 days because of a friend was taking a permission. It's scheduled from 8 to 14 and it almost working 24 hours without stopping. And it's very hard. Until the end of the working time, he got a serious ill. That's, I think it's a high risk working job. Okay, I believe that why we compare, why the teacher in Finland got a highest salary, because that's different from our country. Now we are talking about the country. What happened? Here, working hours, the teacher and the doctors very different working hours. For example, while the teacher can work less than 8 hours a day at the public school, you can see some of our friends in public school, they can have only about 5 or 4 days an hour. That's enough. And while doctor now, you can sometimes at the midnight, you can call, there is a call from the patient, doc, you should be here right now. The doctor can be given any excuse. They should be there. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you. The second speaker from the negative team spent 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Okay, next, please welcome the third speaker from the affirmative team.
Cek. Ya. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, the honorable judges and all the audience. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I forgot my notes. Yeah, well, about the doctor's responsibilities. Yeah, I guess that is that is included in everybody's job. So we are speaking about someone's professionalism, yeah, especially for their career, of course, yeah. And I guess so do the old teachers, yeah. They all have their own responsibilities on what they teach. I think so. And the second is, I want to recall what my friend said, yeah. So I think, yeah, this job, yeah, is a very high sacrifice job, which is extremely important in a society. So I guess, therefore, the government should reconsider and adjust the salary paying policy so that our teachers will have a better life and so a better mood to give excellent lectures. So our house really expect that the next generation will be much better than us right now. So that is to ensure the bright future for the humankind. I guess that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, the third speaker from the affirmative team spent 1 minute and 19 seconds. Okay, next I'll call the third speaker from the negative team. Time is yours.
The honorable judges, the opposing team, as a third speaker, let me re-explain again what my team highlight, that we are disagree that the teacher should be paid as much as the doctors. I will start by asking a question. How much money will you give to a teacher that teach you? A teacher to teach you, and how much money to give to a doctor to save your life. And now, from our team, from the school, the study period, the doctors needs at least eight years to be a practitioner's doctors, and it also because they spend more time. Of course, they also spend more money, so they need more budget to finish the study. Even in some students take a student loan to finish their study. That's why the doctors should have higher salary. And then the second one, talking about the working hours, as we know that the working hours of the doctors is about 40 to 80 hours per week, and spending too many hours to work is a leading cause of burnout. Burnout means that it is physically and mentally exhausted, and you can imagine if you get only a small salary and you already really do your job really hard. And then the last about the responsibility. One of the main reasons that the doctors are paid as is because their services are absolutely essentials. They work long, very busy. Sometimes doctors work versus to make between life or death decisions, and she need to make immediately action, especially in emergency room. And the doctors also sometimes face unexpected circumstances or situations. It is really different with teachers that we prepare all the things before we teach. And then it can be very difficult and stressful job. So, and a mistake, if it is making by the doctors, cause a patient, cause his or her patient's life. I think that's from our team. Thank you.
Okay, the third speaker from the negative team spent 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay, last, I call you upon the reply speaker from the negative team. Time is yours.
You are here as a representative from my team. I would like to ask the honorable judges that we are worth to win this debate today, because we give you some reason why the doctor should be paid more than the teacher. And I think that from the this time, we really hope that we are not only looking for one side, but we look from all the sides. I believe that while the save the life, it means we appreciate their work. I think that's from our team. Honorable judges, please choose our group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The last speaker from the negative team, 2 seconds. Okay, last, I would like to call the reply speaker. Affirmative team, time is yours.
Oke, baik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Baik. First of all, I would like to say that there is several points that we have explained from my team. It's not only one side for to be evidence to the judge to choose our team, because there is first is about responsibility to become the good doctor. Like what I said, to become a doctor, they have to need a good teacher also. So, and what I want to point out about the working hours too, I have also have already explained that about the teacher not only have the duty to teach, yeah, but also had another a job desk, for example, to not only educate but also educate students socially and etc. I think and evidently nowadays, even though the doctor have less hours to work, for example, just work in one hospital, is still not compared to what a teacher has, even though the teacher work into several schools at one time. And what I want to point out, there is several points that I have explained before and my team explained before. I think it's become the evidence that we have to pay attention more to the teacher nowadays. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, the last speaker from the affirmative team spend 1 minute and 25 seconds. Okay, thank you all. Thank you. Now, the judges will give their feedback. Time is yours.
Okay. Okay, I think, but first of all, let's appreciate all these awesome teachers that have been very good debates. I think it is a very good debate. I see some points that coming from affirmative team and opposition team. I think we all, both of the teams in this debate argue on how noble teachers is, on how noble the job of the doctors is, how teachers is teaching the youngster, which is our future of nations, on how doctors is saving lives out there. But if I have to give several comments on this debate, I think the first will be using current status quo could be really advantageous. For example, we can see on the status quo that is happening in Indonesia that the stigmatized of how teachers is underappreciated, how problems like a honorar, they are very underpaid, such things like that. I think that could be really advantageous in your side of the house. Also, but from the opposition team, I think taking the bullet, what if teachers end up paid as much as doctors could be also one of ways to win this debate by on how it will create nuance of unfair environment, because you try to explain that doctors works more, they have more flexible working hour and whatnot. How teacher could get, you also could bring examples like how teacher could get extra income, for example, like winning competitions, being the supervisor of one organizations, how they can get extra income for things like that, could justify why they don't deserve to be paid as much as doctors. Instead, unlike doctors, they only have one source of income. Therefore, it is not fair if they have the same income. I think that's a very good idea that you could bring. Also, for the affirmative teams, I think it is also will be a very good idea if you could also bring like how teachers are the one who are very vulnerable in your side of the house. For example, especially in Indonesia, what affirmative one is fair how what affirmative try to raise is a fair appreciation between teachers and doctors, and why by saying that teachers should be paid as much as doctors are not threatening or sacrificing other salary by saying teachers' raisement salary will not decrease doctor salaries. I think that's one of the example of ideas. So yeah, basically I think it will be better if you could explore more ideas on this debate. But overall, I think it is a very good idea. The foundation of the debate is already clear, and the setup and whatnot is already good. Good job.
Okay. Thank you so much. I would really give the high appreciation for all of you too. And I think same as Afifa already said, you can more touch the grass into debate. And I think what I appreciate is the debate is quite engaging. I think I can read already the clash between the team. But I think to improve the debate, you can make the more clear the segmentation. You can say that, oh, in this time I would give you the reason, I would give the rebuttal. I think it would better if you mention what the other team has said and you bring the rebuttal into it, so we can directly understand which argument that you are going to rebut. So the debate would be better, I think. But in general, I would really appreciate all of you because the debate is very good. So thank you so much, everyone, and best of luck for the next round. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you for the judges. Thank you for your attention. And the result of this debate will be announced soon in your group. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, please take a picture.